we left quickly with others and my child there because things happened, and they're like, okay, it's time to go. Here's the cart. Moral of the story is, I said, you guys have everything? They said, yes, you did everything you needed to do, so we left. After that, I vocalized prior to that my concerns as there was a referral for infectious disease. I didn't want my baby to get it, and I wanted to make sure I had something. They ordered ivermectin, but I wanted to treat something orally just because of the pinworms inside and pictures that I showed the doctor at the time. When I left the hospital, they put on the referral to see infectious disease. The next day, we were home on Sunday. So today is Tuesday. So yesterday, my daughter was having breathing problems. She didn't breathe for about 20 seconds in front of those from church. Her breathing was shallow. When I suctioned her nose, there was a long pinworm that came out that had a head that those saw. And I'm very concerned because we are not able to be seen by infectious disease. She can't, but I can't be able to be treated what I need because they don't treat my parasites. But then again, at the same time, I made sure before I left that I wanted to be okay for my baby at the time. And now she is having that burden upon her because of others from the hospital as well as the doctors.
Okay, well, because you've been discharged, there's not really anything medically that I can tell you. If you're concerned about the baby or your own welfare, then you need to go to the emergency room.
But at the same time, I can go to the emergency room and hope that they give. But at the same time, like, I was asking to get something before I left, and I wasn't receiving that. And I waited and waited and waited. And even with other things that were being portrayed differently, as I talked to those that work in CASA or things like that, and the foster care system, though, not giving an address was a thing for them to state for a DCS case, which doesn't make sense because it would be abuse or neglect, not giving an address to have a case. So there was just things that people were questioning about, like someone was questioning, like, why do they rush you out so quickly and not take the birth certificate? And I'm like, good question, and all these things that I have been advocating about trying to get things done and for my safety of my kid and health as well, but everything was being ignored. So I am just going back to you because things kind of fell through for a lot of things that people are wondering, that's weird for this, and that's weird for this, and that's weird for this. So I just...
At the time you get discharged, if the doctor wrote a prescription for ivermectin for you, did you pick that up?
It wasn't just the prescription, it was the fact that I needed something orally for the pinworms. And as I was talking to her and all those other things, ivermectin was for the outside but not for the inside, and now my baby has that. And I vocalized that very clearly prior, even with those in delivery room or with my bishop or, when I'm in the recovery room, it's always been reiterated. So I am just saying with things that have been transpired in a different way, things are looking differently of how the hospital is doing things. Whether it be the DCS case, which totally was dropped within 2 minutes and people heard that conversation, and being a foster parent just over a thing and being cleared, or not having the birth certificate, when I was filling it out, and then at the end with my baby and taking care of them and being rushed out, or other things as, like I said, these scabies too, or whatever it is, these parasites that I have inside and out, that now my kid has it, but I vocalize it over and over and over, but look what's happening. So I'm just trying to get things done and see what else can be done versus just pushed away, because I've advocated from the beginning since I came in that day.
Well, like I said, there's not really anything that we can do since you've been discharged. You can follow up with your primary doctor or with your OB doctor, and then, with the pediatrician. It was my understanding that they were waiting for your results to come back before they could prescribe any oral.
Well, when I talked to them today with those, they said, we will not treat you. So that's what's being questioned, right? You guys need the hospital to record you guys have a birth. What I need is to make sure that my kid's on medicine and myself, and that we're not being hindered more. And that's the thing that's going down.